Hi, my name is Sultan Yusuf Abedan Fakhro. I was born in April 1997, so I am 14 years old and born in Doha, Qatar. I am the youngest in the family, with three siblings, two girls and a boy. I am Muslim and in a Muslim country, and both of my parents are Muslims. I live in a country which has Islamic rules, and in a country that have a great culture. Our religion is really strict about women and their clothes. Women have to cover all parts of their body and cannot show any part of their body. Men have more freedom than women in Qatar. I'm really interested in pets and animals, and I have a cat and two turtles. I have the turtles for 5 years and the cat for 3 years, and I had a dog before 7 years. I think people from the outside think that we have a weird life. But if anyone would live here, they'll get used to the Islamic laws. When I was 3 years old, my family and I went to London for 3 years because my father had to do some job over there. My mother took me to preschool, where I was the only Arab there with all British. I first didn't know how to talk English. The teacher started to teach us numbers and alphabets. After 3 years and a half, I learned my alphabets, and I learned to speak English. I got interacted with other culture that has other food, language, clothing, and religion that both of my parents have. After 3 years from going to the United Kingdom, we returned to Qatar. My father decided to take me to a government school. My mother refused to and she insisted to my father to take me to an international school. She really wanted me to learn English and get mixed up with people that have different nationalities, so they signed me in Qatar Academy. I made a lot of friends from different places in the world and from different continents. I have gotten to other cultures that talk other languages than my language and learned the Colombian and American culture. Later, when I was 8 years old, I have interacted socially using Facebook. I started my Facebook account that took me apart in the social world. I connected with a lot of people in the world and took part in groups that talk about religion and beliefs. I met people from different regions and different cultures, and we became friends. Therefore, I interacted socially in another facility and by using the web. In 2008, I traveled to the United States with my family. I had to change the type of clothing and wear shirts and jeans. Wearing shirts and jeans, I felt that was more comfy, so I started wearing it also in Qatar. Now I wear both top and shirts, and have mixed up my culture with other cultures. After playing Egyptian music on the radio, I loved it. They have different instruments used in their music that makes it really interesting and motivating music. My travel to the UK has helped me shape my personality because I learned a culture other than my own culture when I was young. I have met with people in the international school and I learned a lot from them and the way they acted. This made me behave the same way as they behave. I think interacting socially by using Facebook has introduced me to cultures, religions, friends and food that made me learn about cultures by using the web. When I traveled to the United States, I have changed my clothing. I think that's a bad idea because that changed something very important and something that represents our culture. In our country and as in the Islam, it is only allowed to play with drones, but now I am listening to something that is not allowed in the Islamic law. Some of these changes are positive and some of them are negative. I think the positive way is that I learned and studied English. The negative point is that I'm listening to music that is not allowed in the Islamic law because in Islam the only instrument that could be played is drums. Our culture is changing, but we shouldn't forget who we are and what's our culture.